Hey, how's it going? Dr. Jeff, Chief Medical Officer, Rythmia Life Advancement Center. A lot going on, huh? A lot going on in the world. The title of today's Facebook Live is El Pueblo Unido Jamás Será Vencido. And what that means in English is a people united will never be defeated or divided. And I love that phrase because it's so important that we as a people are united, and we're united for good. We're united for things that are just and right, and we're united for equal rights for everybody around the world. Rythmia is such a international community that, it's such a cool thing to see all the different people from all over the world that come to Rythmia from every continent in so many different countries and all different cultural beliefs and religious backgrounds and belief systems and all this kind of stuff. And they all come together for a week and they don't know each other. And they're all looking at each other the day one, like, who are these people? And then by the end, they're just like best friends. And they all groove together. They all get along together. Things are so awesome. It's because there's mutual respect for everybody. Now, El Pueblo Unido Jamás Será Vencido is a very special song. It's a song, actually, but they use it as a chant for protests. And the reason is because it's from a Chilean author, or he's actually a pianist and a writer from Chile. His name is Sergio Ortega, and it was released in 1975 to go along with some of the government stuff that was happening down in Chile with Salvador Allende in 1973 and with Pinochet that went down back then in the overthrow of the government in 73. Then this song was released a little bit after because there was a lot of protests against Pinochet, who was like in my opinion, not a cool dude. And I lived in Chile during the Pinochet rule when I was a kid. I was like 19. When I lived there in 1988 for a couple years, so I saw it firsthand. So I know exactly what went down in those couple years I was there, and I saw it. And I lived in the Pueblo. I lived with the gente. Didn't live in some rich-ass area in Santiago. I lived in the hood. La Bandera, El Bosque, El Castillo, San Bernardo, different parts of that. And anyway, that's a side note. But the reason I like this lyric and this chant and this song is because if we are united as people, we're going to be able to get what's right for the world. And if you look at the world, now this is the cool thing about plant medicine, is because plant medicine is nature, and you're taking nature into your body. And I love that Taito Juanito explains this, and all of his guys explain this. Carlos explains this, Mitra explains this, Leo explains this, and they teach it to the other plant providers, that you take nature into your body when you drink plant medicine. It's blessed, it's sacred, it's holy, it's part of Mother Earth. It's an essence of plants and of the nature that's around us. And when you take it inside your body, you become more connected to nature. And what I've come to understand about plant medicine is that, we all have vibrational frequencies. We all have, like, our physical self and everything around us has a certain vibrational frequency. Like this lamp I'm looking at has a certain vibrational frequency that's different than my body at times. And also the air has a different frequency. Now, when I take the plant medicine into my body starts to vibrate at the vibrational frequency of the earth and of the world and of my spirit and of my soul. And then I'm in tune with it. I'm connected. And that's why people get sick, because they're purging out all these things, these emotions that are not serving them. They're getting rid of all kinds of ailments and all kinds of stuff. And what you learn on plant medicine, a big picture kind of vibe that you learn, is that the earth is in perfect balance with itself. Us humans tend to throw it off balance a bit. But if you look at the earth, or you look at like the universe, and you look at other planets, and you look at the sun, and you look at the stars, and you look at like a jungle that's not tainted, or you look at like a wilderness backwoods area with forests and an ecosystem that's untouched, what you see is complete perfect balance. And what plant medicine shows you as a human is that you can be in balance with the earth and with other people. You can all be in balance. You can all be connected. You can all be in sync and in rhythm. and we can all grow together as a population, as a world population. So that's what's really needed right now. There's a lot of strife going on. There's a lot of turmoil. What I tend to talk about a little bit on these Facebook Lives is that, our emotions. No, I was talking about with my family today, like, if you've ever been to the Museum of Tolerance, I've been a couple times in LA. There's a couple around different parts of the world. I've been to one in LA when I was, in high school, I think. And there's a door at the very beginning of the tour, and it says, all of those who are not biased, who are not racist, not biased, nothing, go through this door. And those that are biased and have racist stuff or whatever, go through this door. And everybody tends to think, I'm going to go through this, I'm non-biased, right? And they try to lean towards this non-biased door. But that door doesn't open because everybody has a bias or biases in them, and maybe strong, maybe less, maybe this, maybe that, because we all grew up a certain way. We were all taught certain things. We're all trying to be enlightened and open our minds and understand, right? That's like what we're trying to do. But we have to realize that we don't see through everybody's eyes all the time. What we do know, though, is that the more that I'm connected to myself, the more that I know myself, the more that I'm aware of who I am as a person, I then have the opportunity to connect and feel that connection with others and that empathy with other people. Now, if I truly feel empathy for someone, not sympathy. Sympathy means, this is what sympathy is. Oh yeah, dude, it sucks that you're homeless over there. Bummer. I wish, that you weren't. That's probably crappy. That's sympathy. Empathy is, you see a homeless person and you start to feel inside of you despair, and you might cry, and you feel hopeless, and you feel overwhelmed, and you feel confused, and you feel scared, and you feel these emotions that come over you. That's empathy. Okay, so if you have empathy that's real for people, if you have true empathy for people, and you feel what they're feeling, do you want to feel that everybody around you is being treated poorly, or that other people are not getting justice, or that other people are sad, or that other people feel hopeless, or other people are scared? No, right? You don't want to feel any of those things because that you feel them because you have empathy. So the only way to have true empathy is you have to learn how to connect to yourself. If you look at people in the world that are on TV and these government leaders and different people all over, not just leaders, but everywhere, that don't have empathy. They're emotionless oftentimes, and they're dark is a vibe that you can feel, and there's no connection to those people. And maybe it's all intellectual. There's no soul connection. You don't feel an emotional vibe from those people, right? That's because they are not connected to themselves, right? You always, as a psychologist, people would always ask me, because I used to work with like really severe patients, right, in LA, and I used to work with sex offenders actually, and people would ask me, how could these people do this? And I said, well, I'll tell you number one reason. First of all, they don't feel much. They don't really have a lot of emotional connection to themselves, first of all, number one, right? And people that don't have that emotional connection to themselves don't have the ability to connect emotionally to anybody else. And everything's intellectual, and everything's just opinionated, and everything's just, their own biases are coming out strong. So the key to world peace, and obviously we're all going to go through difficult times as humans, whatever they might be around the world. The key to it is to connect to yourself. Know who you are and resolve your demons or whatever you got going on. Connect with your soul, reunite with your soul, be who you are, connect and process all your whatever and connect yourself. And then you can connect to other people and you have true empathy. That's the key. That's how you do this. That's how it works. My homie Cash, he's an amazing guy on the internet. He's on our Rythmia sites. Cash, if you look him up, he talks about this all the time. He's got some really good insight into how to, you can't change anybody. You just got to change yourself. And then you can connect with people. And then when you connect with people, they can feel it. And then they improve and they grow and they can shift. And again, that's up to them, right? They have their own free will. But it's a really good vibe, right? So, El Pueblo Unido Jamás Será Vencido. You guys know what's up, okay? So, connect with yourselves. Connect with the plant medicine. That's what we're doing at Rythmia. Call our office and book it soon. We're going to open up, pretty soon. Get everything popping back down there in Costa Rica. Let's heal all this pain that everybody's going through. All right, you guys? Don't get me wrong. I'm pissed off right now. I'm pissed. But that's an emotion that I understand that I have when I feel that there's things going on that I can't control that I'd like to be able to help with. Now, what I can help with is I can connect to myself. I can heal myself. Then I can heal those around me as I have true empathy and love and connection to other people around me, whether that's a stranger or my family or a friend or whatever, right? And that's how we roll. So, stay strong. El Pueblo Unido Jamás Será Vencido. See you guys next Monday. Hopefully things are a little bit better and we're moving towards a peaceful, justice, equal society. It's going to take some work, but that's what life's about, right? It's about work. Let's do it. All right, you guys. Pura vida. See you guys next Monday. All right.